Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Let us bow down and collectively raise Kundalini and put ourselves in bandhan. Let us place our left hand on the lap, right on the ground. Shri Ganesha mantra once. Om Swami Vasakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Ganesha, please be kind and merciful and forgiving that you manifest within ourselves. Let all these hypocritical things, all these conditionings, and all these wrong ideas we have, or all the wrong life we have had, just disappear like thin air. And let the beautiful moonlight of your soothing qualities of innocence be manifested through us. Let us continue to meditate for a while. Let us slowly open our eyes and watch Shri Mataji's talk.
It's a great day for me to come to Italy to celebrate Ganesha Puja. The nature which we see around is the blessing of the Ganesha only, because he is the one who prays to the Mother Earth that she should grant her blessings upon human beings. It is he who molds all the elements of the nature and molds them to create life. As you call them, these are all carbohydrates. Now the carbohydrates have got carbon and hydrogen. Carbon is coming from Shri Ganesh and hydrogen is coming from Mahakali. And that is how this universe is created in this beautiful way all around us. Now these carbohydrates need oxygen, which is given to us by the sun, by the right side. Thus you know that in the night these trees emit hydrogen and in the daytime they generate oxygen. This is all the trick of Shri Ganesha, who is sitting in between. Now it is he who becomes the sun. He ascends from the deep down seat below the Kundalini, rises on the left hand side of Mahakali, goes up and settles in the Surya, that is the Agya. So Mahakali, which is the primordial energy, is absolutely transcended by him. As the child of Mahakali, he is absolutely dedicated and devoted to her. And that is how he is the master of Mahakali power, Lord of. That means he is the Lord of subconscious mind. He is the Lord of all the jadas.
All
Jada. That is, you can say the dead.
the
Not the dead, but Jada is the one matter which has not matter and
say
the dead. You must understand the word Jada. Very important. Jada means all that is the matter, which is not moving. So he can transcend this great power and become the Lord of that power by one very small little wisdom he has. Now that small little wisdom is surrender. And the surrender is to be understood in its proper sense. Surrender is signifying no giving up anything. Because whenever you try to give up or take up, you are using your ego. But surrendering means giving up the ego itself. So all the ideas of giving up something or taking in something disappear. Keep your eyes open, because you see I'm talking about the subconscious and I don't want you to keep your eyes. That's a sign of going into subconscious. This has to be recorded in your conscious mind. Now when we surrender, we have to see how Ruttambara Pragya, which is the power of Mahalakshmi, the essence of Mahalakshmi, how she helps. Like situations, we should accept. Say this morning, it was Amavasya. Is the day when, if you worship Shri Ganesha, it's very deep. So I wanted to have from the end of Amavasya to start the puja. Now that's why the water finished. It would not start. I could not take my bath. Because I had said, if I had said that we'll have puja at lunchtime, many would have felt, oh God, now no lunch. But that was the right time to start the puja. So there was no water and I had to wait for the water. And a simple thing like that happened. But it achieved the right time. Now, when you start accepting situations, then you realize that all these situations are created not by anything else but Uttambara Pragya herself. But ego is such a thing that it wants to do the way it likes. So people start doing things against the plans of the divine. And all the time they are in friction and in trouble, going against. And thus they have to take a double speed to fight. But going against the divine, we are going against our ascent. These egos develop as a result of our upbringing, atmosphere, and as natural idea to assert. These as our conditioning and our upbringing, and also as a natural idea we have to assert others. Now this domination part comes to us from the matter, because matter dominates the spirit. It dominates us through giving us comfort, false notions, false ideas. It dominates through our desires. It dominates through lust and greed. Also, it dominates us through a very subtle way by possessing us through bhoots, as we call them. And this is what we see how Shri Ganesha has ascended as Christ to show us how we have to ascend out of all this mire of matter. As he is ascending, we catch hold of his feet and we also ascend with him. Though he is a child, he is very powerful and he can take us to that level where the spirit resides. Now the first thing that we have to know is about sex. In the West, sex has become an obsession with people, as if it's a religion. And if they cannot be sexually active, or if they are not having any sex activities, they think they are all wasted. They are good for nothing. The whole atmosphere is built up like that through your medias, through your television. All kinds of things are put into your head to feel that you are inferior if you are not dealing with sex. And when we get attached to this kind of a stupid idea that our life is only meant for sex enjoyment, we start descending downward instead of descending upward. What is that?
Lizard.
I don't like them very much. All right, that's right. It's a very different type of a lizard than Indian. Better looking.
Smaller. How is that?
Fine. She's green. She don't get green. All right. So to descend down is very easy. To fall is the easiest. And when the idea of sex all the time hover our mind, our attention gets so much filled with it that even with our eyes, with our thought, with our mind, our head, everything, it is nothing but just this filth in our head. So for young people, when they get married, the best thing is that they should realize the importance of sex is not so great. And they should start understanding that it is not a sin, but it is not also everything. Then also women must know that they are on this earth to give place for the realized souls to be born. And in the name of Ganesha, they should have innocent children. But when these realized souls are born in the West, they do not keep their pure form because the parents are in a funny shape. And though the Ganesha has done all the best that is possible to get the best children in the womb of the realized mothers, they get really absolutely affected. And we start hurting them by our ill behavior, by our wrong ideas. So when you are pregnant, one should read Ganesha Stotra, must do puja of Ganesha, and try to remain pure as far as sex is concerned. Moreover, we start thinking about something that is so spontaneous. What is there to think about it? Just an Indian won't understand this. They won't understand in the village. What is there to think about sex? It's so spontaneous. It's like thinking about going to the bathroom. It's a joyless pursuit and imaginary ideas. So one has to be very, very alert that we are now saints, we are yogis, and we are not going to waste our energy in this kind of a joyless pursuit. What is it there?
Che cos'è?
What's it?
It's a beetle. Beetle.
Ah, can't be afraid of beetles. All right. Now, when we understand our life as so important for the emancipation of humanity, for giving light to others, for saving the whole world from the disaster it is awaiting. When we realize that, how can we waste our energy, our attention into such a spontaneous thing like that? Especially for old people, there is no need to think about it anymore. Forget it. You are very happy that you are all right there. Now, just devote your time to something great. Actually, you have missed nothing whatsoever. The spiritual joy is so much greater and it's so eternal that we should not seek all this. On the contrary, whenever such thoughts come in, we should sublimate. You will see once you start doing that, your, your sensitivity, your perception to joy will be thousandfold. And gradually you will get over it. Because it is such a temporary pleasure, that's why people run after it. If it was something of eternal nature, one would not again go to it. But it is in human nature, it is natural. So it is being sanctified and one can have it till you are young. But then gradually you must make your pure existence so purified that they should not enter into your mind at all. So when you catch hold of the feet of Shri Ganesha, which are very tiny, sweet little things, you should know that you should be yourself little lightweight. Otherwise, if you are having all these problems upon yourself, he won't like and he might just again throw you down. And that your attention should be purified by attention towards Shri Ganesh. Only people who are this kind really also enjoy sex. Otherwise they cannot. Because they have so many perversions in their heads, that I don't know what are they up to. And that is why then they rise above it. That is why they get fed up with it after some time. And they mature properly in their own age. Otherwise you will find even 80-year-old people shaking their hands on their sticks, you see, still looking at young girls. It's something I can't understand. And they look so stupid. They look so stupid. Everybody laughs at them. And young people make fun of them. But they feel as if they have become something like a hero or in that old age suddenly. Like they showed once a film of all the very, very old 80 above actors and actresses coming to do shake dance
To
in a
do?
party. Do shake dance in a party. And from the limousine they got down. Since then they were shaking. And when they came and trying to show they were very much in love and all that, looking so stupid that those who watched them were laughing and were roaring with laughter. It is so ridiculously clownish. But they said we are honest. So even if you do these things openly or with secrecy or whichever way you do it, it's stupid. And that is how, when you are not matured of your age, you are not respected by your children, respected by anybody who is younger. He thinks you are stupid because you are not matured enough. Now, when the fruits are in the flower form, that time all the fertilization takes place. Then at the fruit time, they grow as fruits and not as flowers anymore. Yes. So this is what, that maturity is very important. To reach, that is only possible if you really catch hold of the feet of Shri Ganesha. So you remain innocent even in your old age. With all this understanding, Shri Ganesha gives us wisdom by which we mature. So that thing was there. In the room, I think I have got that decoration. Now the people who are indulging into lust have to see that they mature in their understanding. Then the people who are too much possessive of their things, of their possessions, of their children, must also understand that Sri Ganesha gives us wisdom to understand that this is not yours. So what is carbon is nothing but a burnt wood. Burnt wood. That is, everything is burnt away. The
Consumado.
wisdom that you get is that everything that you see as your own is not yours. Everything you have to leave here and go away. You can't take even this paper with you. So why are we attached to them? Let us use it for its own purpose, for expressing our joy. Now I'll give you a very beautiful example. See now how Rutambara Pragya works. You see, this necklace that you see here was made in Italy by some realized soul. Then this necklace, I don't know how it went to India. Now, the Australians wanted to give me a Mangal Sutra of diamond, like this, the other one I have. And they had collected 10,000 rupees. But even half of this size we could not buy because there was only one shop open on a Sunday. Situation. So I looked around and I found a very nice gold Mangal Sutra made out of coral because Australia is Ganesha's land. And
Terra di Shri
I
Ganesha.
felt tremendous vibrations around, so I went on the back because they said it is very cheap. So I said, all right. And there, this was placed and these earrings there. So we bought all this, plus the Mangal Sutra, plus one more piece which I have in coral in the same amount. It's not yet finished. Then it was misplaced. In Australia, it went into my box, which was to come to London. So I couldn't bring it to London.
Ah,
Now Thelma came from Australia and she brought it with her, and it is now in Italy by the artist whose spirit could be seeing this to gratify him. Not only that, but also that it is the day of Shri Ganesha from Australia. Yes, from Australia, this is sent you as your brothers, the thing they bought made in Italy on the day of Shri Ganesh. Can you have more combinations?
sì, può essere una
Your
combinazione
brothers
più
and
bella.
sisters from Ganesha's place, you see, the Ganas have sent it to the Devas here for the celebration. You are the Devas and they are the Ganas. And these are 10. 10, 11 and 12. So this represents the heart, the Dharma, 10, and all put together is the heart.
Che
The whole
rappresenta...
of Europe. And in addition to these two is 12, is the heart, England. All are represented here. Now you should be able to read through the beautiful working of Ruttambara Pragya, which is very subtle. And then you start enjoying the little things it plays to make you very happy and to give you what some artist must have done it long time back, which his desire was to fulfill. Now this is also, we should say, is the work of Sri Ganesha. He recites as Omkara in the Ruttambara Pragya. He recites on the electromagnetic forces as the vibrations in the matter, in every atom.
In ogni atomo.
He resides in every ripple of our emotions, which gives us joy. And he resides as a beautiful decoration of the Kundalini because she has the red and the gold color just like my sari. So as the color of the Kundalini he resides. But at Sahasrara, he becomes the joy. At Muladhara as the fragrance, and every memory of mine should give you fragrance because he is the Lord of memory. So this is how he manages everything so beautifully. He is such an innocent person who plays around his beauty to make us happy. Our children should also make us very happy if we have brought them up properly. But if we have been all the time busy with lust and greed, the children cannot be good children. They cannot represent Ganesh Tattva as it should be. So today is a great day that we are establishing Sri Ganesha in Italy. We did this in Switzerland and now in Italy. This should give you the power of innocence, the power of purity, the power of wisdom. It should give you the art of playfulness of joy and that special quality of turning everything into something fragrant. May God bless you.
Let us continue to meditate. We may slowly open our eyes. Let us collectively raise Kundalini and put ourselves in Bandhan. Have a nice day, everyone. Jai Shri Mataji.